Hey guys, it's about 8:15 p.m. right now. I just wrapped up the day. It was a very long and productive day, like most of my days, and I'm happy how it ended. Uh, I just finished up a meeting with two individuals, husband and wife, and they wanted to speak with me about their credit. Wife has credit, very good credit. She has what was like 5 or 6 lines of credit cards. Husband has no credit whatsoever, right? But it's a lot better than having bad credit. Bad credit can be fixed, it can be repaired. But having no credit is like a newborn baby. You just have to give it some credit. That's it. So, right here on the spot, we analyzed both of their profiles, and I proposed to them that the wife become an authorized, well, that the husband becomes an authorized user on some of the wife's credit card accounts. So we checked a few of the credit cards, and um, they they were all good. I just wanted to make sure that that the utilization rate was low. In other words, that her balance was low. The limits were decent, and also, and more importantly, is that the payment history was perfect, and it all was. So what we did on the spot was she opened up her apps for her accounts and put them on as authorized users on 4 of the accounts. Now, in the next 30 days, uh, those all those 4 accounts, when they report to the credit agencies, they're going to report that the husband is now as an authorized user, and these accounts are going to show up on his credit profile. Okay, so he's going to go from having no credit whatsoever to having credit. Right now, he's going to be an authorized user on all those accounts, but now his credit is probably going to be in the mid 600s, which is great. And then he's going to apply for his own lines of credit, which he's going to need. They want to do a little bit more with their lives. One thing to note, well, a few things to note is number one, both of them were born here in the United States of America. Number two is um, both of them are in they're almost my age. They're in their mid 40s. And the husband, as I mentioned, never had any credit in his life, which is the case for millions of individuals in this country. And millions also have bad credit. Uh, I love doing this. When they left here, they were just very thankful. They were in shock because they thought that he needed to, wait years and years and years until his credit became good. Now they are one step closer to financial freedom, one really quick step closer to financial freedom. Because there's these little tricks that you can do. They're not even tricks, they're just unknown information, right? Like, once again, having the husband become an authorized user. So he's piggybacking off of his wife's, good accounts, all right? Uh, what I'm letting everybody know is this: if you have no credit, if you have poor credit, I can almost guarantee you that you know somebody who you can reach out to, whether it's a relative or a friend, whether it's a significant other, a son, daughter, father, mother, uncle, aunt, best friend, from church, from work, from high school, whoever. And if you need, just some sort of assistance, if you need to, go onto somebody else's account, just as an authorized user, which doesn't mean that you're gonna use the account. All right, you're not gonna use the credit card. It just means that you are now inheriting all that good stuff from from this credit card account, all the history, all the good. That's what you want. Okay, you want all the good stuff. Just reach out to those individuals. Okay, don't be afraid to reach out to those individuals, because like I said, you don't know who they are, but you have to ask. You have to ask. People. If they can help you out in this manner. All right. This is just some information for everybody. Um, um, to understand that repairing your credit or enhancing your credit, it's not that difficult. All right, it could just take a long time sometimes. So, but just be prepared for that. Now, one thing that I wanted to do, before I sign off and go home, is just read another excerpt from another book that I've read a while ago. Actually, I think it was just last year, but I've read it a few times already. It's from the autobiography of Martin Luther King. This really isn't his autobiography. It's just a whole bunch of his letters that he's written, and they were compiled together after he died. I think by his family members, they put it all together, and then they named it the autobiography. But whatever. Let's just name it the autobiography. And I apologize for the Spider-Man sticker over here. Really, there's a portrait of Gandhi here that Martin Luther King had in his office. But my son Joseph had Spider-Man stickers, and for whatever reason, he just put it over here, and it looks kind of funny. It looks like Martin Luther King is looking at a Spider-Man. But anyway, so what I wanted to read was kind of something that I want to share with everybody and just let them know, like, one of the reasons why I do what I do in terms of credit, which I've gotten really good at, helping tons of people out with this. So this was written by Martin Luther King. I think it was in Memphis. It was one of the last speeches he gave. I think it was one of the last speeches he gave. But it talks about, I feel it talks about financial freedom. All right, so I'm going to read. And I come by here to say that America too is going to hell if she doesn't use her wealth. If America does not use her vast resources of wealth to end poverty and make it possible for all of God's children to have the basic necessities of life, she too will go to hell. I will hear America through her historians years and generations to come saying, "We built gigantic buildings to kiss the skies. We built gargantuan bridges to span the seas. Through our spaceships, we were able to carve highways through the stratosphere. Through our submarines, we were able to penetrate oceanic depths." It seems that I can hear that the God of the universe saying, "Even though you have done all of that, I was hungry and you fed me not. I was naked and you clothed me not. The children of my sons and daughters were in need of economic security, and you didn't provide it for them, and so you cannot enter the kingdom of greatness." This may well be the indictment on America, and that same voice says in Memphis to the mayor, to the power structure, "If you do it unto the least of these of my children, you do it unto me." That's page 354 from the autobiography of Martin Luther King. I don't know if I said Malcolm X before, but I read his autobiography as well. By the way, read. I'm a big reader. Just find a wealth of knowledge in there, and for me, like, one of the reasons why, especially like reading autobiographies, and unfortunately, MLK is not around, is because I feel like he's speaking, with me directly. I have tons of autobiographies of many individuals who are not around anymore, who have not been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, but I wish I would have been able to speak with them. So the only way that I can speak with them is by them speaking to me through their writings, through their books, through their autobiographies. Okay, so this excerpt is pretty much, it's a representation of me. Like, I enjoy doing this, and I feel like, by helping people out with their credit, one by one, they, are one step closer towards financial freedom. Okay? See you guys in the next video.